welcome back to AKP Gamer. Today we'll be doing something different because my editors are a little behind and they're doing something else with their channel, but they'll be editing soon, hopefully. So I'm doing a short video that really doesn't need any editing. We'll be doing a Metallica tier list. So let's get started. So with Kill 'Em All. This album changed metal in my eyes. It was the first really thrasher, uh, really the first thrasher that changed rock. So Metallica in my eyes are a outstanding band. Even though some of their newer albums aren't as good as some of their older albums, they stand out. So with the first album, Kill 'Em All, they have such classics as Seek and Destroy, Seek, Seek and Destroy, Four Horsemen, The Phantom Lord. Those three, in my eyes, are probably their best on that album. It's not their best album, but it will be an A tier. Second album, my eyes, one of their best albums. Ride the Lightning. This album had such classics as Ride the Lightning, Where the Bell Tolls, Fade the Black, Creeping Death. The whole album is good. The first album came out in 1983. Then just a year later, in 1984, they literally did everything better. The production, the sound, the music introductions, the whole album is just 10 times better than the first album. It was just crazy how good it was after a year. This is an easy S tier album. Now we get to their most, my opinion, one the like the next two albums are their best albums in my opinion. The next one up, Master of Puppets. This you already know is S tier. So got the whole album just good. You cannot you cannot beat this album. It is the best album that they've made. Master of Puppets. Disposable Heroes is criminally underrated. It is their best song ever made. I mean, the whole album just has such good songs. I mean, you cannot beat it. It's just an easy S tier for sure. Now, and Justice for All. This whole album is great too. It's not as good as Master of Puppets, but it is very close. This is easy S tier as well. The I mean, you got Injustice for All, um, Blacken, One, Sword of Straw. The whole album's just crazy good. So it's just amazing how the four albums all together just make it really good. Now we get kind of into their kind of iffy stage. So the next album is the Black Album. My eyes is kind of overrated. Let me explain. Enter Sandman, um, Unforgiven, the um, there's three songs that are just overrated. It's just it's just not Metallica. Enter Sandman is the most popular song. I know that. I mean, I can listen to it from time to time, but it's just overrated. This is not that good. But like the other songs on there are good because they. My favorite song on the album is "Sad but True" because that's one of the closest things to their original stuff. I would rank it like very close to Kill 'Em All. It's just they went too mainstream on that one for me. The next album, I think it is, I think it's the Garage Inc., which this one's just covers on it. It's not that good. I mean, there is some good ones on there, but they just covered not very good songs in my eyes. The next album, Load. This one's all right. I mean, it's if you just have load and reload together, it's basically just like they're basically kind of the same thing. I mean, I can't really rank one above the other because they're kind of the same in level. I mean, you do have on load, you have King Nothing, Until It Sleeps, and some other stuff, but it's just like not as memorable as some others. But I would rank these in like B. I mean, yeah. Then you got Saint Anger. The worst production quality of all time for Metallica. I am just completely upset for this because I just hate this album. I mean, it was just terrible. I mean, I will admit that music video of Say Anger was a cool space, but like the drumming, just everything was just terrible. The production quality was just terrible. It was just not good whatsoever. It's just D. Now you got Death Magnet, which in my eyes, it's like the black sheep of Metallica's albums. Not many people really listen to this album, which I can see because after Say Anger, no one really listened to him as much. But Death Magnet had some actually good songs. I mean, you had you had All Nightmare Long, That Was Just Your Life, The Day That Never Comes, um Suicide and Redemption, which in my eyes actually is their best uh illust sorry, I can't speak sometimes. Illustrative song where it's just the instrumental songs. And you also had Broken, Beaten, and Scarred. I think this is like high B tier. Then you got Lulu. Yeah, we just need to make its own. We need to make its own. We need to make its own list. It's just it's just that bad. It's just it's probably their worst album of all time. It I mean, it did have Lou Reed in it, but it's just I just don't really I mean, Lou Reed I can listen to sometimes, but like it just doesn't mix well with Metallica for me. It's just not good. It's just not good whatsoever. Then you got Hardwire. Hardwire is kind of coming back to their thrash standpoint, but it didn't really capture it as much. Yeah, Off Into the Flame, Hardwire is it's just kind of forgettable in some ways, but it I would probably pit it like behind Reload, but it's it's all right. I mean, I can listen to it from time to time. Now we got 72 Seasons. I was kind of disappointed with this album. I mean, there was really good songs like Lex Eterna, um, If Darkness Had a Sun, um, Screaming Suicide. I mean, there was really good songs on there, but they said they were going back to their heyday, to their good stuff, but it just didn't reach it. It it was close, but it just didn't reach it. But I'm the rank it behind the Black Album. Some people might hate me for that, but it's just my opinion. If you don't like it, it's just how it is. But thank you for watching this video. I'll see you on the next one.